and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen. I'm really glad you're here. If you're new here, I hope you enjoy this video and click the subscribe button so that you can see more content like this. So today I want to talk about MakseLife. So I have kind of like 3 overall topics I want to cover in this video. So I'm going to try to be kind of quick about it because I don't want this video to be super long. So let's get right into it. First, I want to talk about ClubMakse. ClubMakse is like the subscription membership. I guess I'm not sure if it's a subscription. I think you pay per quarter, or if you want to pay per month in the quarter, that is like a subscription, but I don't think you automatically get renewed for the next quarter. Anyway, I joined it for quarter 2. I didn't have any MakseLife gear or anything like that until April of this year. And so April, May, and June is quarter 2. And so I joined ClubMakse kind of to go along with it for the month of April. I didn't sign up for the whole quarter because I just wasn't sure I wanted to just give it a try. And honestly, I'm glad I did because it didn't really work out for me. There's nothing at all negative that I have to say about ClubMakse. It's just that it wasn't the right time for me personally. And so I decided to not continue for the rest of this quarter because I think I want to take this time to really think about, what my goals really should be, and then maybe reassess the situation for quarter 3, if that makes sense. I think ClubMakse is totally worth the money if you're ready to do the work. It's intense. There's a lot to do, and there's a lot of accountability, which is great, but it was just kind of too much for me for right now while I'm kind of trying to do a lot of other things at once. And so it just wasn't, like I said, it wasn't the right time for me. And then one of the other things is when I started, if you watched my other MakseLife video, and I'll link it here, but I had been using the companion notebooks first, and then I went ahead and purchased the daily planner. And I honestly, in that video, I set up the daily planner for the month of April. I haven't touched it since. I didn't fill out any of the goal stuff at the beginning because I had already done it in my companion notebook. And honestly, it's too much for me. I love this though. I do love the goal setting stuff in here. It's very I'm going to contradict myself, but it's very simple in how you do this. The reason that it's too much for me is that I think when I set up my annual goals, which in the companion notebook set, they come in their own book about setting your goals. I don't know if I was ready to make those goals yet because it's only been a month since I did it, and I'm kind of looking back at them now, and I'm that has already changed. And I don't know if that's something that I could maybe put some more effort into figuring out, and that probably is something that ClubMakse would be able to help me with. However, it's just doing all the work involved, it's just too much. And I know I need to make that a priority and work on that because it is important. It was just overwhelming, and I kind of just want to stick with these companion notebooks and keep going while I kind of figure out how to properly set my goals. And honestly, okay, there are so many, there's instructions on how to set goals. This isn't an issue with the system. This is an issue. This is a Kristen issue. So don't let this discourage you from trying this. It's helpful. It's just that when I start thinking about it, I kind of I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it without showing you all my goals, but I don't know. Let me look at this and make sure there's not something weird on here that y'all don't need to see. Okay, so like for example, the monthly goals I set for April, I wrote down every single thing I ever thought of that I wanted to do for just that month, and that was just like way too much. And that was all based on the goals that I wrote for my annual goals, and it was way too much. So then for April, I kind of figured that out throughout April. And then for May, just like last week when I sat down to do my monthly reflections and start my monthly goals, I was like, okay, I need to do a lot less. And so I put a lot less on there. And then some of them was really like that, nothing new. It was just like maintain the habits I had already set, right? Like for my personal and spiritual growth, I had already been journaling almost daily and meditating pretty much daily. And I thought, okay, well, it would be easier to focus on other goals if I don't try to introduce something new on each area. And so I was wanting to just maintain those habits. The same with like personal, it's just like getting manicures and doing my lash appointments. Those are things that I didn't really need, that didn't take a lot of effort on my part. You know, so there are things, there's just like, I don't know. It's still like, it's overwhelming me right now just to think about how to explain it to you. So anyway, all of that is leading up to me wanting to talk about this book here. So this is a really I'm not going to like review it because I did that in the last episode or the last video about this, but I do want to talk about why it's not working for me. One, it's just too small. I'm a 7x9 girl, and this is A5, and these little tiny monthly boxes, it's just too small. And I ended up using scripts here because writing this small is really hard for me, and that just kind of put like a damper on it for me. It's the same size as these notebooks, so this kind of thing isn't a problem. It's just the planning in here that I think I didn't like. And then let's see here. So I had sectioned off each week so I could put stickers on them. This video was originally supposed to be me laying down stickers for May, but I have decided I don't want to use this right now. And so I'm gonna hold off putting the stickers on, and then that's why we're just kind of talking about why I'm not using this. I think what I'm gonna do is remove all of the stickers that I put down here for April, and then just white out where I wrote on the paper. And then nothing else has been written in, and I'm gonna try to see if I can take these monthly labels off the tabs. And then I think I might try it again for quarter 3, because it is a quarterly book, and so it seems silly to just like not, I don't know, to just start using it in June or something. So yeah, since I haven't used this at all, I never did go back plan April or anything like that, like I thought I was going to. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and try it again for quarter 3. And if by the time like July is rolling around and I'm still not in the right space to think about this kind of stuff, then I might try to sell it pretty cheap, because obviously it's a little bit used, but you know, if somebody wants to try it out, it might be useful. So in here there's the goal sheets obviously, but then each week there's daily pages, and so that's why I just know this is going to be too small for me to use. And I use the Erin Condren 7x9, and it's perfect for me. And so going down small wasn't appealing at all. So I really like the system. I like the community. I like everything about MakseLife. It's just not time. It's not my time. And I just wanted to be like transparent and honest about it, just because I think it's important before you invest in systems like this to really make sure that you are at a place where you can deal with it, you know, like, and give yourself that, like, I I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Like, set yourself up for success, I think is what I'm trying to say. So like, if you're not in a place where you can like accurately kind of like deal with this kind of stuff, then investing in it is only going to make you like feel bad when you don't do it, you know? And that's kind of how I was like looking at this going, I'm not even using this. I spent all this money on this and the club and the companion notebooks, and I'm not even using it. And so then it was making me feel worse about my goals than and so it was just like a big thing. It was a snowball. The other thing is that I really need to figure out, what do I really want? Like, I set these annual goals, and some of them are important, but some of them are just like, why did it was like what I wanted to do that day. I think whenever I was sitting down to do them, and not like what I really, really thought was something that I could do this year, you know? I don't know. Anyway, that is kind of all I really like wanted to say about it. I'm looking at my phone right now because I made some notes. I just want to go over and make sure I am covering everything I wanted to talk about. But really, basically, having a system like this is going to be really helpful when I figure out what do I even want, like, and I will probably try it again. Like I said, I can try for Q3 and it won't be a big deal because I already have like the supplies. And yeah, I don't know. Have you ever dealt with something like this where you like invested in things and didn't use them, and then it just kind of made you feel bad? Like, I feel like in the planner community, we tend to do that because all the shiny new planners like are so like, they just make us feel like we're gonna get it together, and then like it takes more than just buying a planner to get it together. You know, you have to like be able to put the work in, and I thought I could put the work in, but then when it came down to that, with everything else going on in my life, like I just couldn't, and it's okay, and I think that's fine. I think, whoops, I'm sorry, I'm messing with the lighting. Anyway, so I think that's okay, and I think giving it a rest and just kind of taking this off my plate for right now is going to be fine. I still plan on like using the companion notebooks to kind of like just do some basic goals. These goals will help me get through like the weeks and the months, but they may or may not support an overall annual goal or even like a 5-year goal. It's just things that I need to get done, you know? Like, not everything has to support like some big dream of a goal. Sometimes you just need to, you know, cook dinner and just be able to get through the day. You know, you need to get your house clean, or you need to make sure your kid gets from point A to point B and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes those are good enough goals. And I think the companion notebooks are still going to help me with stuff like that. So anyhow, that's it. I'm going to stop rambling about it. If you have any questions about the MakseLife system, or you know what kinds of things you do in ClubMakse, please let me know below. I'd be happy to answer with respect to the fact that ClubMakse is like a private group and everything in there is confidential. But I think I can answer some overall, you know, general questions, or I might just be like, hey, I can't answer that, and refer you to the MakseLife crew and maybe they can answer it. Anyhow, yeah, so if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching and being here. Honestly, this is one of my goals, is to do YouTube. So even though I'm not formally like using this goal system correctly, you being here is supporting my goal. So thank you again, and I will see you next time. Bye.